Hey guys, it's John here coming to you for my second Bandai Sailor Moon Proplica review. Here I have for you today the Cutie Moon Rod that first appears in Sailor Moon S, so let's jump right in and have a close look at its packaging. Packaging wise, the Cutie Moon Rod comes in a very large box which is nearly double the length of the first Proplica Moon Stick. Of course, with the Cutie Moon Rod logo at the front here in very nice shiny rainbow font, and that continues on to the Proplica logo itself and the stars that decorate the box. In the background we see a silhouette of the Cutie Moon Rod and Sailor Moon in the center. That continues the tradition of what we saw with the Moon Stick Proplica on their packaging. We have the Bandai logo with the Tamashii Nations logo, and all the way around the box we have the Cutie Moon Rod and Proplica logo. Again, just like the front. In the back here we have some promotional images of the Cutie Moon Rod itself in all of its glory with some Japanese writing that I totally do not understand. On the side here we just have some warnings and credits. Inside this box we get a clamshell packaging of the Cutie Moon Rod itself and its base, and we also get nicely a booklet of the Cutie Moon Rods talking about it in Japanese that again I do not understand, but I appreciate it. There's some nice images of the Proplica itself and instructions in Japanese, but nicely they were awesome enough to give us some English instructions that they didn't do for the first Proplica, so now I totally understand and know how to use it. And we also get this survey thing that they always give out. So now let's jump right in and have a closer look at the Proplica itself. So here we have the Cutie Moon Rod right out of packaging. As you guys can clearly see, it is very magical and glorious, with a mixture of both reflectant gold and red plastic subsiding mostly to the top of the rod itself in a very nice pearlescent pink handle, which of course is continued on from the first Proplica release, which was the Moon Stick. As you guys can clearly tell, they definitely went all out with this. There's so much intricate detail, especially on the top of the rod. I will admit, I definitely feel like a magical girl holding this in my hands. Of course, we have the LED lights all the way around, and we have the speaker at the back since this does make sounds and light up, which of course enhances those magical feels. My first impressions though was that the rod does seem a lot skinnier and smaller than I imagined in my head. Comparing it to the Proplica Moon Stick, the handle itself is a lot skinnier as you guys can see, and the top half is a lot heavier, is bigger and chunkier. Of course that was the concept of the Cutie Moon Rod though. So when you're holding it, and if you're going to swing it around if you're a cosplayer or if you just want to play with it, it does have a nice weighted feel at the tip, but overall it does feel quite delicate since the handle is a little bit skinny. The colours on these Proplicas are very bright and vibrant, and I'm a big fan of the pearlescent overlay, which of course is unfortunately lacking on the Cutie Moon Rod compared to the Moon Stick. They do have similar colour palettes but aren't identical, which gives them each a unique feel at the end of the day though. Height-wise, compared to some other Sailor Moon replicas, the Bandai Proplica Cutie Moon Rod here stands tallest at a whopping 17 inches, while the Bandai Proplica Moon Stick stands 10.5, and at the end here we have the Moonlight Memory Series Disguise Pen at 7 inches. So now let's jump right into what everyone wants to see and have a listen to the Cutie Moon Rod sounds. Of course, before we listen to those sounds, we're gonna need to insert some batteries. Unfortunately, Proplicas don't come with batteries included, so you're gonna have to get your own. So what I got was A76. What they say on the instructions is you need LR44, but that's pretty much the same as A76. This is what you get in Australia. I don't know if you're anywhere else. It might be different. Just look at the back if you can't find LR44. Of course, you're also gonna need a screwdriver and the Proplica itself. What you're gonna need to do is that you press this button on the side of the Proplica, and that opens up the back itself. You unscrew that, put the batteries in, screw that back in, and press the on button. Then you're ready to go. So now let's gear it up. So now we're ready to go. Of course, I'm gonna follow the English instructions given. If you want to have a read of that, feel free to pause it right now. I'm gonna open it up and turn it on since it does make a noise when you turn it on. So intense. Of course, the music is coming from the back speaker here, which is shaped as a love heart, which is very, very sweet. We have 5 modes. By pressing this button, you switch from modes, and you'll know it's indicated by which light is on the crescent moon itself, of which mode it is. Of course, this second one is the volume, which we will show you later. So now let's start off with our first mode. We press this button to operate each sound on each mode. Just once. super intense. Of course, that was the Moon Princess Halation TV version with the voice. Now let's have a listen to our second mode by pressing it twice and the back button. And that second mode was the Moon Princess Halation TV version without the voice. Now let's have a listen to our third mode by pressing it 3 times. As you guys can see, press the button at the back once. And that was our third mode, which was Moon Princess Halation movie version with the voice. So now let's listen to our fourth mode. And that fourth mode was Moon Princess Halation movie version without the voice. Now let's listen to our final mode. And that of course was just the attack sound effect. Now let's listen to our bonus sound by just holding this for a little while. You'll get it. And of course, that's just a little bit of dialogue, which is pretty awesome. I want to show you guys what this looks like in the dark, and we'll also test out the volume button. So here we are in the dark. I'm just going to show you guys the first mode while pressing the volume button, just to show you guys the different types of volume we have. So let's get started. And as you guys could see there, we had 4 different types of volume. So now let's jump right in and have a closer look at the bass that comes with this Cutie Moon Rod. So here we have the bass for the Cutie Moon Rod, and as you guys can clearly see, it is gorgeous with so much intricate detail. As you guys can see, we have the Moon Palace here looking very, very nice with stars going up the stand itself. This end is supposed to hold the end of the Cutie Moon Rod, and this is supposed to hold the larger top of the Cutie Moon Rod, and it's nicely done. We have a large base here so it doesn't wobble down or fall down. It's easily assembled. It's made out of 5 pieces. You barely need instructions since it's so simple. As you guys can see, it can easily come apart. You can easily put it back on. Super simple. And then just pop it back in. It's made out of the same thing as the first base for the moonstick was made out of. I want to show you guys a quick comparison when I put it back together, of course. As you guys can see, here we have the moonstick base and here we have the Cutie Moon Rod base. I wish that they kind of connected somehow, because we all know they're going to make more Proplicas. I wish they all kind of connected into this large masterpiece, but it doesn't seem like they're going to go that route. It's just going to be separate things, but I think they're doing a great job with all those nice details. Overall, I am extremely happy with the Cutie Moon Rod, and to be honest, when first announced, I wasn't even planning on getting it since it's not one of my favorite Sailor Moon weapons. But now having it in my possession, I have to say it is worth every single penny. And I am amazed by Bandai's hard work and love for these replicas. They definitely have the whole package when looking for RPG toys and more. And now that the Crystal Star Compact and the Star Locket have been announced, they have sucked me in. Just take my money, Bandai. I definitely can't wait for more prop replicas to be announced in the future. What would you guys like to see? I definitely want Senshi transformation pens. I highly recommend the Cutie Moon Rod for any Sailor Moon enthusiasts, and until next time, I will see you guys soon. Bye!